Hi guys! Ngayong August 13, 2020 ay gagawa ulit ako ng stock market wrap after I think a month or more than 1 month from my last video. So, ang last video na ginawa ko na indicator na ginagamit natin is actually MACD or Moving Average Convergence Divergence. However, hindi ata siya I think once or ilang beses ko lang siyang nagamit. So, sabi ko doon is supposedly 1 week natin siyang gagamitin para ma-familiarize kung paano siya gamitin. But then again, alam ko hindi siya nabuo eh. Hindi na buong 1 week yon. So, yun, itutuloy ko ulit kung paano ulit gamitin yung MACD. MACD is a Moving Average Convergence Divergence. It uses exponential moving average. So, yun, punta tayo sa settings. So, meron siyang 3 parts. Actually, the histogram, which is the green. And then the MACD line, which is the blue line. The MACD line is actually the difference between the exponential moving average 26 less exponential moving average 12. So, yun yung MACD line. And then, of course, yung signal line, which is the EMA 9. Ito. And then, yung source is actually the closing price. Kung gusto nyo palitan, pwede rin. But of course, generally, mas magandang gamitin ang closing price. So, default settings lang ang gagamitin natin. Pero kung gusto nyo siyang palitan, yung mga settings na yan, pwede rin naman. So, click natin OK. So, unang-una, paano siya gamitin is, you can use this actually as support and resistance. So, paano siya? This is actually a support. So, makikita nyo yung MACD, which is the blue line, at saka yung signal line na red. So, yung MACD line, kapag nag-crossover siya at nasa taas siya, ibig sabihin ay umakyat din yung price. Same here. And actually here, kasi nag-crossover na siya a few days ago. So, actually, gumawa ako ng video kahapon. However, ano ba yun? Nung final screen ko kasi siya, nung final screen ko siya, parang nag-record na lang siya. Hindi na siya, hindi siya, parang naging voice recording lang kasi siya eh. So, yun, hindi ko na lang siya in-upload. Kasi syempre, voice recording. So, mahirap din kasi na hindi mo siya na-visualize. So, yun. Anyway, this is a support. Since nasa support na siya, of course, I will expect the index or the PSE to move higher. Kasi actually, versus the global markets, masyado na siyang lagging or masyado siyang actually mabagal. And then, of course, pwede din natin siyang gamitin as resistance. So, okay, like for example here. So, aabangan natin siya dito kung dito ay magkakaroon ng possible crossovers dito. Or, kung mag-break out, of course, next tayo, around here. So, ganun lang din naman. And then, of course, after nyan is, since pwede natin siyang gamitin to spot possible support and resistance, and on that support and resistance, pwede tayong makakita ng crossovers either pataas or pababa. So, next is, hide natin tong MACD line at saka yung signal line. So, ang gagamitin lang natin dito is the histogram. So, paano siya gamitin? Mag-spot tayo dito ng divergence. So, paano ulit yung divergence? When we say divergence, the direction of the price and the indicator are different. So, kung yung MACD ay pataas, yung price pababa. So, it depends na yun kung, kasi sa divergence, pwede siyang regular and pwede siyang, what's that? Hidden divergence. But normally sa akin kasi is strategy ko is more on candlestick lang talaga. Candlestick reading lang. And of course, tamang risk management and position size, especially when it comes sa global markets. And yun, actually another reason pa kasi kaya hindi ako nakapag-record for the parang halos isang buwan nga sabi ko. Medyo din kasi ako, naging busy sa pagtitingin or pagbabasa kung saan ako magba-buy and kung ano yung i-buy ko or i-hold ko na cryptocurrencies. So anyway, paano ba siya gamitin? 'Di ba yung una na-discuss ko na, yung support and resistance and of course the crossovers on that support and resistance. Now, hanap tayo ng divergence. So, hanap lang tayo dito ng big to small. So, dito is actually big to small. However, yung price is pataas. So, hindi siya divergence. Pareho kasi sila ng direction or movement. So, ito, big to small. Check natin yung price. Actually, the price is going up. So, this is actually an example of a bearish divergence. So, makikita mo yung price is bumaba siya. So, yun ang nangyari. So, syempre kung makakita ko ng ganyan, this is, masyado. Syempre kung makakita ka na ganyan, measure mo na agad yung, syempre it's a short, kaso wala pang short sa Philippine Stock Exchange. So, siguro kapag nagkaroon na siya. Pero, assuming na iti-trade ko siya, at meron na rin short pwede nang mag-short sa Philippine Stock Exchange, check ko lang yung possible risk and possible reward. Actually, ang tinitingnan kong support level is around here, which is natipi naman siya. That's actually, meron kasi siyang doji dyan eh. Etong doji na side na to. So, which is na tipi naman, which is, yun, posible akong kumita sana kapag nag-short ako kung merong short sa PSEi na 3.41%. Yung posible kong kitain. Anyway, so ganyan gamitin yung another strategy kung paano gamitin ang MACD, spot divergence. So, using the histogram. So, ito yung since bearish to, hanap naman tayo ng bullish divergence. So, yung bullish divergence, big to small dito sa baba at pababa naman siya. So, this is, ito, big to small, and then, yung price is actually going down. O, diba? O. So, ang entry natin dyan is actually, since bullish siya, we'll enter a long position. So, ano yung possible TP ko? Of course, ang TP ko is this area. And of course, yung cut loss ko around this area. So, mag-entry ako. Mag-enter ako ng long. And then, TP ko dito sa area na to. And then, cut loss area ko. So, yan yung aking possible position to take or transactions to make. So, actually, wait, check na natin. Yan yung TP ko. And yung cut loss area ko, at least dito, may allowance lang ng konti. Ba't ako naglalagay ng allowance? Kasi minsan medyo nag-aano siya naglo-close din siya. Minsan as same nung lowest ng candle na yon. So, naglalagay lang ako ng possible konting allowance. So, that's actually a risk-reward ratio of 3.38. So, since strategy ko, risk-reward ratio na at least 2, para pasukin ko yung isang transaction or yung isang trade. So, since 3.38 siya, which is greater than 2, of course, iti-trade ko siya. So, supposedly, pwede akong kumita ng 12.47% if I go long or buy. So, I think that's it kung paano gamitin ang MACD. So, pwede siyang gamitin as support and resistance, and on that support and resistance, makakita ka ng crossovers. And then, of course, pwede siyang gamitin na divergence using the histogram lang. So, actually, natutunan ko pala to, yung sa histogram na to, kay CryptoHood. Sa isa sa mga seminar na ginawa niya sa Davao last year, July 2019, nung nasa isang exchange pa ako. Kasi nag-sponsor kami ng event niya. So, ganun. So, pwede nyo siyang gamitin na, yun. Ang tawag niya doon is actually he can touch ang tawag niya. But actually, pwede din siya talaga tawagin as divergence. Anyway, punta na tayo sa recap ng PSE. So, bago tayo pumunta pala sa recap muna, sige. So, ang PSEi ay nag-close 6,097.78. It's actually up by 102.78 with value turnover around 17.4. Actually, kahapon, around 17 billion din yung yung volume niya. I just don't know why masyadong mataas. So, check natin ngayon kung na-upload na nila. Kasi kahapon, yung August 12, actually, gabi ko siya ginawa. Actually, yung video or nag-record ng video. However, wala pa siya kagabi yung August 12. So, I just leave it blank. Pero ngayon, 17 billion din. So, check natin kung ano yung nangyari. Download natin siya today and kahapon para at least malaman natin kung ano yung transaction. Kasi if I'm not mistaken, the year-to-date average is around 6.6. Maybe nag-up siya ng konti or bumaba siya ng konti. Kasi nga medyo ilang weeks ako na hindi nakagawa ng video. So, more or less, nasa ganung level pa rin. So, bakit ayaw niya? Wait, ano ko lang And then here, yung August 13, ito yung ngayon Check natin kung bakit masyadong malaki yung transaction. 17 billion. So, it means something. Anyway, since na-release na din naman yung GDP, I think the worst is over. Even some of the earnings nare-release na rin. So, I think from here or actually from this week, I'm expecting na slowly magre-recover na yung PSEi at mag-catch up naman siya sa global markets kasi naiiwanan na siya or lagging siya. So, actually, it's a net foreign buying of around 3.7, which is actually a good sign. And ang pinakamalaki is actually the property. So, what makes the property? Sa REIT. So, it's the REIT. So, dun sila bumili. And I think ganun din dito sa August 12. Black sale kasi to So, check natin. Check natin yung August 12. So, AREIT transactions pala yung bulk of it. Pero kung i-exclude natin siya, i-exclude nga natin siya dito kasi halos 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. parang 12 billion siya, more than 12 billion actually. So, yeah, excluding the REIT transactions, nasa around 5 billion lang siya, which is less. Buti pala may REIT transactions. Kaya lumaki ng todo yung volume ng PSE. So, check natin dito. I think REIT din yun, yung August 12. But it's a net foreign selling, 167 lang naman. So, oh no, hindi eh. Holding firms. So, holding firms, 14 billion, ah. So, wala din siya sa black sale. So, it's a regular transaction. So, check lang natin. Gusto ko lang malaman kung ano yung mga pinagbibili nila. Kasi actually, pwede mo din siyang sundan. Most likely it's sa ano siya eh? Come again? Sa ano na siya? Sa holding? Was it a holding firms? Or holding industry? Wait. I forgot. Oh yeah, holding. So, sa holding, check natin. Siguro sa SM? Possibly. Check natin yung mga values ah. Kung may makita tayo, 9 billion eh. More or less. Or more than 9 billion sa regular transactions. I think yung REIT transactions yun ah. I don't know. Wait, check natin ha. Kasi wala akong makita na ano eh, na very malaki yung ano. Kasi kung sa holding firm siya, check natin ha. 14 billion eh. As in 14 billion, which is this? SM. SM ang laki oh. Pumasok sila sa SM. So, yun yung kita mo 1, 2, 3, 13 billion, 13.32 billion pesos. So, ang daming investors na pumasok sa SM Group. So, yun yung story. So, nung kahapon, August 12, investors are buying SM. And then, 13, ang bulk of 17 billion transaction is the REIT or AREIT, Ayala Land REIT. Or, I mean, Ayala REIT. So, next. So, yun yung bulk. Yeah, punta na tayo dito. Or ano bang ginamit ko? Ito na lang. Kiss chart. So, ganun ang nangyari pala kahapon. So, SM. So, watch out. Since madaming nag-buy sa SM, possibly, of course, they are very much bullish sa SM. So, I think it's, the economy is slowly recovering na, sabi ko nga. So, syempre, since sila yung biggest na hit, kasi meron silang malls and then may property. So, yun yung biggest hit ng SM. So, slowly, magre-recover na din siya. Kasi syempre, yung malaking pera na yun, hindi naman siya basta-basta papasok lang ng ganon-ganon lang. Diba? Of course, mag-expect yan ng return. So, yan. So, actually, I'm expecting a bounce from here. Actually, mga ilang days na din yun eh. So, yeah. I think, sabi ko nga, it will slowly recover and catch up to other global indices. So, ang tinitignan kong support area, dito pa rin, sa around 5.7, 5.715, and of course, resistance na tinitignan ko is this area muna. This area bago yung isa. Kasi dito pa lang hindi na siya nagtuloy eh. So that serves as a resistance. But I think maano naman niya yan eh. I think ma-break naman niya siya yan. So I think that's a better target or resistance over the medium term. So yun. So check natin. Risk reward is 1.17. Of course, on that rate, hindi ko siya papasukin kung sakali man na di ako maglo-long or mag-short, no trade zone for the PSE. And to be honest, since nagawa ko tong, ano ba to? ROI from the crisis, Asian financial crisis and global financial crisis year to date, medyo na-disappoint, hindi naman sa na-disappoint, pero medyo nababaan lang ako sa returns. Though malaki na din siya, but versus kasi sa cryptocurrencies, which is na-share ko din sa inyo, sa iba, I think na-share ko din sa group yun eh. So, kung makikita mo, year to date nila, July din to ganito yung mga returns nila year to date. So, makakita ka pa ng 1,000 plus and even 5,000 plus. So, yun yung isa sa mga factor kaya hindi na ako nag-add pa sa PSE or local stocks. Magfo-focus na lang ako sa global markets or sa cryptocurrencies. Aside from that kasi it's 24/7. And sabi ko nga malaki pa yung possible upside ng cryptocurrencies. So, yun. And yun. Yun yung isang reason ko kung bakit hindi na ako masyadong nagtra-transact sa PSE. So, kung ano man yung manaiwan ko na position, yun na lang yung i-roll over ko. So, actually, yung mga yun, yung pinambili ko ng mga stocks na yun is actually galing din siya sa cryptocurrencies or sa global markets ko na trades. So, I think that's it for the PSE. I'm expecting a more slow recovery from here and to catch up with the global indices. So, yun, around 6.5 yung tinitingnan ko na resistance and support around the 5.7, which is na-hit na niya a few days ago, or I think a week, around August. So, yun. Kasi medyo matagal ako na hindi gawa ng video. But yeah, naalala ko, it's the support na tinitingnan ko that time is the 5.7 area. So, yan. Let's see. And then the resistance dito sa MACD, of course, antayin natin dito sa area na to. Kung sa area na to ay magkaroon na ng crossovers. So, that's it. Wait, check lang natin kung merong kung meron naman na divergence. So actually it's a big to small or big to small. Wait. Big to small. Big to small. Yeah, sakto lang din. Big to small. It's actually a bullish. Yan. Wait, check natin. Tanggalin natin para makita nyo siya. Tanggalin lang natin yung MACD line at saka yung signal line para mas malinis. Ganun din itong yellow. And yan. So, alam nyo na may crossover. So, actually, dito sa area na to ay merong siyang bullish divergence, big to small. At ito naman, it's going down. And of course, sabi ko nga, always buy at support. So, dyan siya. So, I'm expecting a bull trend from here. So, possibly, Yun ang tinitignan kong resistance, the around 6,600, around 6 there. Around 6,600. So, yan yung target natin. Or palitan natin to ng arrow. Pwede bang mapalitan dito? Ayan. Oh, yan yung target ko, the 6,600. At saka nakakita tayo ng maliban sa nagkaroon siya ng crossover, nagkaroon din siya actually ng bullish divergence. So, yeah. That's good. That's good for the PSEi. Now, let's move on sa most actively traded stocks. So, actually, this is the first day of AREIT Inc. However, hindi siya ganon kaganda pala. It's down. So, puntahan muna natin yung mga app. So, BPI. Gamitin natin to. BPI. So, I think nasa-save yung neto eh. Nasa-save yung chart. Wait, let's check. Nasa-save yung chart dito eh. Compared kasi sa hindi siya nasa-save. So, mas maganda. So, ito na lang gamitin natin para nasa-save siya. Lagay natin yung signal line at saka MACD line. So, check natin siya. So, kung makikita nyo, malapit na siyang mag-cross sa signal line. Check natin kung meron palang divergence. Hindi, convergence lang siya. But dito kasi is malapit na siya na mag-cross. So, this is a possible catalyst for it to move higher. Wait, check natin siya yung sa support area. So, actually, this area, support area na kasi. Kaya siya nag-bounce. So, nakita nyo, the support area. So, of course, support na tinitingnan ko rin is this one. The around 60 pesos. And, of course, resistance na tinitignan ko, yan. Medyo, slowly recovering na kasi tayo. So, medyo sa taas ko siya nilagay versus dito. Anyways, sa banks, hindi lang sa banks, the whole PSEi itself, hindi ako masyadong magti-trade, sabi ko nga. And then the banks is the least industry in my list. Wala akong planong bumili ng bank stocks. But yeah, medyo slow kasi siya. And sabi ko nga, ang mga tao na yung magiging future banks. Hindi na natin kailangan ng banks. Wow, ganun eh. Ang kulit ko lang. But anyway, the risk-reward ratio, kung sakaling iti-trade ko siya, is actually attractive sa akin. So, it's 2.6. So, posible akong pumasok at this level, 64.85. And of course, yung tipiko, around the 78 area and stop loss at 60 pesos. So, yun yung kay BPI. And then, next after BPI is another bank, SECB. SECB and SMPH and the SM. I think yun lang. Banks ulit. So, tiga-apat lang na up and tiga-apat lang na down. I think tama na yun. So, SECB, SMPH at saka SM. SECB muna. SECB, SMPH at saka SM. SECB. So, this is also another bank. So, tignan nga natin kung ano nang nangyari sa kanya. Ganun din. Nagkaroon siya ng dito. Nag-serve din siya as support. This area. O, diba? So, actually, nag-cross siya. So, nag-cross siya. So, it's a bullish. So, syempre, since nag-cross siya, eto na yung tinitignan ko na support area. Wait, check natin. Saan siya nag-cross? This area eh. So, eto na lang ang support na check natin. And then, of course, yung resistance at this area. So, yan. Yung tinitignan ko na resistance. So check natin kung maglo-long tayo. I mean, maglo-long ako. Kung sakaling pasukin ko yung banks, ayoko ng bank stocks. And even sa PSEi, hindi ako masyadong mag-trade, to be honest. Though I have some holdings. So, anyway, that's actually a risk-reward ratio of 2.13. So, attractive pa rin naman siya. So, posible akong pumasok dyan at posible akong kumita ng 18.33% kapag na-hit yung TP area ko around 113 at posible naman akong malugi ng 8.62% kapag na-stop out ako around 88. And of course, yung entry ko at this level around 95.90 pesos. And then, of course, antayin ko yung resistance dito sa area na to. Check ko kung magsiserve siya as resistance or magbre-breakout siya. And then next is SMPH. So, SMPH, halos nagano sila in fairness. Halos na may crossovers din. Crossover. And let's see. Hindi, ito. Ito yung kanyang medyo mas mataas pa ng konti. Ayun. Yan yung kanyang support area. And then nakita nyo, nagkaroon din siya ng crossover sa support na yan. So, nakita nyo, yung kulay blue or yung MACD line is pataas. So, of course, I'm also expecting a bounce from here. So, eto na yung tinitignan ko na support area. And then, of course, yung TP area ko, SM Prime. Siguro, pwede akong mag-TP1 dito and then TP2 here. Around the 42 area. Pwede naman yun. TP1, TP2. Actually, kahit sa global markets, meron akong TP1, TP2, or TP3. Tapos, meron akong stop loss 1, stop loss 2, at saka stop loss 3. So, yun. Aside from, flexible yung stop loss area ko. And even the, even the TP price. So, check natin kung maglulong ako. Kung papasukin ko tong SM Prime, at yung TP area ko lang is this one. The 30, around 35, at saka cut loss area ko at this, what's this? The around 28, that's actually a risk-reward ratio of 1.29. So, kung yan lang, hindi siya ganon ka-rewarding on my part. So, hindi ko siya papasukin kung yan lang yung target ko. Pero kung yung target ko is this one, the 42 or the 43 area, that's actually a much better reward. So, 4.53%. Ay, 4.53 pala yung risk reward. So, syempre, on that note, papasukin ko siya kung yan yung aking TP area, 43, and stop loss around 28. And of course, entry price ko at this level, 31 pesos. Or, yan, antayin ko yung resistance niya at this area. And then, next, after SMPH is SM. Uy, ito pala yung di ba? Halos 13 billion. Kita mo naman. So, siya nga. So, of course, that's more as a bullish sign. Kasi syempre, di ba? Antayin mo lang mag-out yan. So, yan yung tinitingnan ko na resistance. So, actually, antayin mo lang mag-out yung 13 billion. So, yun na yun. More or less, of course, yung mga pumasok na yun, it's institutional at matagal yun na i-hold. It will take some years. So, on that note, syempre is adjust din ako when it comes to my TP. Wait, check natin kung nag-cross na siya. Actually, hindi pa siya nag-cross, oh. Nag-cross na din siya. Palahan natin. Nasa taas na din siya, oh. Nasa taas na din yung kulay blue. Nakikita ko. So, nag-cross na din siya. So, actually, halos nag-cross lahat, in fairness. So, it's actually a bullish sign. So, ang tinitignan ko na this. At tinitingnan ko na support area is this. Yung opening ng 13 billion na transactions. Kasi hindi mo siya makikita na ganun kalaki, oh. So, that level is actually a very strong support. Hindi na siya dito. And then, of course, since 13 billion yan, it will mag-hold yan mag-hold yan ng medyo mas matagal, eh. So, of course, on that note, ito rin ang magiging TP area ko. Around the 1,091 or mga around the 1,100. Is that the all-time high? Check lang natin, kung yan yung all-time high. Around the 1,000, more than 1,000, yeah. So, yun. So, antayin ko siya doon, near the all-time high. So, balik tayo sa daily. So, on that note, let's see kung attractive si SM at this point. Target ko dito. And then, here. So, check ko nga kung attractive yung risk-reward. So, actually, very attractive siya, 5.67. So, yeah, of course, for me, kung papasok ako sa stock market ulit or bibili ako, SM Investment Corporation will be one of the companies na bibilhin ko. So, yan. TP ko around the 1,091 or siguro gawin na natin 1,100. And then, of course, yung stop loss ko around 861. Of course, yung entry point ko at this level, 897. So, yun. I'll take note of it. Kasi, actually, meron pa ata akong extra cash, from my Jollibee na, na binenta ko before hindi ako mag-transact sa PSEi. Actually, yun yung cash, yung last na transaction na binenta ko. Anyway, so, after SM, I think punta na tayo sa biggest losers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay na yun. The rest, wag na nating tignan. Tiga-4 lang, and then gainers and losers na after. So, AREIT. So, buti na lang hindi ako kumuha ng AREIT shares. So, hindi ako kumuha kasi hindi ko siya nabasa. Kasi during that time, may family matter kasi kaya hindi rin ako kumuha. Wala siya dito sa pa. So, etong gamitin natin, Instagram. So, so, syempre, since hindi ko siya nabasa, I can't comment more. Kasi, aside from that, it's actually 800 plus yung kanyang prospectus. Actually, plano kong basahin nun, kaso, yeah, something happened, so hindi ko siya nabasa. But then again, REIT shares is, holder ka ng mga properties or kung ano man yung like for example this is more on sa real estate. Hindi ko lang alam particularly kung anong real estate ng Ayala ang mga to. But as an owner of a REIT shares, meron kang actually makukuha na at least 90% ng net income will be declared as dividends. So more or less attractive siya on that part. But anyway, since medyo konti pa lang siya at yung first day is actually hindi ganun kaganda, so most likely no trade zone muna ako sa kanya. I mean, though property tinitignan ko siya, sabi ko nga in my previous videos also, however, yun nga, medyo na-disappoint ako sa mga returns ng PSE as a whole. So, yun. Wala akong ma-comment muna sa ngayon. So, siguro, antayin natin siya na magkaroon ng very strong na support. Sa ngayon is 27 yung ano niya yung IPO price. So, syempre, ang masabi ko lang, of course, yun yung resistance to break. Possibly resistance to break. Or around this area, around the 26. Pero yung support na tinitignan ko, parang hirap pa. Or, pwede nating gamitin pala to. Let's see. Gagamitin ko siya as this. Yung first day lang Pero, ang gagamitin ko, of course, is, yun. 1.618. Mas gusto ko yan Yun kasi normally, nag-trade sa 1.618. So, instead of 0.5, gawin natin 1.618. So, let's see. So, that's actually a possible 23 area. So, kung sakali man pumasok ako, antayin ko siya at fib 1.618 pababa. So, around the 23.45 5 cents to Oh yeah, around 23.45 cents. So, yun, dun ko siya aantayin, 23.45 kung sakali. Pero, yeah, sabi ko, wala akong plan na pumasok muna sa stock market. So, I think yun lang yun. I can comment more sa REIT. Yeah, next na tayo. Ang kulit lang. And yeah, ang pangit kasi first day down. So, kawawa naman yung mga nag-invest. Mapapa long term na sila. So, anyway, maganda din naman yung returns niya. Antayin. Yeah. Dividends is at least 90% of the net income. So, medyo attractive siya doon. On that note, Pure Gold. Pure Gold is actually isa to sa mga isang stocks na binili ko last March 25 nung nagkaroon ng global dump. March 19 actually yung global dump, pero pumasok ako around March 25. Yeah, March 19 nga. And then pumasok ako ng March 25 and then nabenta ko siya around the 40, 46, 48 area, I think. So around those area. So okay na ako dun. And then nilipat ko kasi siya sa Mary Mart naman. So, which is, syempre, mas better naman din yung return. Yeah, for this, actually, groceries are actually one of the resilient stocks. Oh, anong nangyari? Ba't ayaw So, tinitignan ko siya sa possible resistance na sa 55 area. And then of course support is this area. So, of course, kung yan lang, oh, wait, check natin ha. Tinitingnan ko lang kung may, yeah, nag-cross siya and it's going up eh. So, possibly, retest this area. Kasi ito, ano na ba siya? Oh, hindi pa. So, itong area muna na to. So, tignan natin kung mabibreak niya yan. And then, kapag nag-break niya yan, of course, check natin dito as a possible resistance sa MACD. And then, on the, on the chart, wait, check na palahin nga natin. Actually, siya bearish engulfing. So, I'm more bearish. Kaya nga nagbenta na ako, ang kulit ko lang. Anyway, hindi. Nagbenta ako kasi, nakikita ko hindi na ganun kalaki yung possible upside. So, that's actually a 0.88 risk reward. Of course, I will not trade it. So, ang TP area ko 55, entry level ko around this area, and yung cut loss ko 47.40. So, no trade zone ako kay Pure Gold. So, after Pure Gold is Globe and JGS. So, Globe, and then last JGS. Globe. Sorry. Globe. Ay, ba't wala? Wait. Yun, Globe. So, yung Globe naman is, tingnan natin. Tinitingnan ko kung may ayun o. Wait. Meron ba siyang dito? Ayun o, big to small. Meron siyang actually divergence. Diba? It's actually big to small. Ay, ano pala? So, gawin na natin siyang ganito. So, yan. That's actually a big to small. And then, kung makikita mo, yung price is actually going down. So, dyan. So, dyan ka papasok. So, this is an example of a bullish divergence. So, on that note, check natin yung possible natin na targets sa globe. So, I'm just checking. Ang na niya is this area. This area na yung malakas niya na resistance. Naku, medyo low bat na ako. So, around the 2-3 area. And then, of course, yung support ko dito sa around the divergence area. And then, of course, kung susukatin ko yung possible risk-reward nito, I think hindi na siya ganun ka-attractive pa. Let's see. Kung papasok pa ako dito, medyo na late na ata ako ng pasok. Or, actually, meron siyang gap down dito. So, antayin ko na lang siya dyan sa gap down. Sorry. So, gap down which is around this area, around the 2050. So, mag-aantay muna ako. Let's see kung papasukin ko din siya or it's worth waiting sa area na yun. Yan. So, that's actually a possible risk-reward ratio of 2.05. So, yeah, pwede kong antayin siya na ma-fill yung gap. So, that's, my target is around 2,311 and yun nga, yung, dito. Entry ko around 2,074 and yung stop loss ko around 1,960. So, mag-aantay muna ako sa globe. And then yung last is, what's the last? JGS. Parang mabagal yung internet. So, check natin. Para may possible crossovers. Wait, check natin. Ayun, hindi, nag-cross na siya. Nag-cross na siya, oh. Check, tingnan niyo. Palakihan natin, and yun. Nasa taas na yung kulay blue, or yung MACD line. So, since nag-cross na siya, it's more on an upside. Wala siyang divergence. Crossovers ang meron siya. So, that's actually a nagkaroon siya ng resistance at that area. Wait, just checking. So, dito. So, nagkaroon siya ng crossovers at that support area. And then, since nagkaroon siya ng crossovers at this area, so, yan yung tinitignan ko na support. And then, of course, yung resistance na tinitingnan ko is on the medium term, syempre dito lang siya. Antayin ko munang mag-breakout siya dito. But tingin ko naman magbe-breakout siya dito eh. So, that's my first TP. And then, my second TP is at this area. So, yan. So, check natin yung possible risk reward. So, tingin ko if I go long dito sa level na to, and then yung TP area ko lang around the 70 area, and yung cut loss ko at 50, sorry. At yung cut loss ko is around the 60 pesos area, that's actually a risk reward of, wait, di ko makita. What's that? 1.63. So, since 1.63 lang siya, of course, it's not attractive on my part. So, hindi ko siya i-trade. So, yun. Pwede ako mag-antay konti. At medyo longer ang pag-aantay ko on my take profit at around 75. So, that's actually a risk-reward ratio of 3.41. So, most likely, yan yung possible TP area ko. So, kasi nag-cross na din siya eh. But again, kung sakali man na hindi siya mag-breakout dito, of course, i-sell ko na lang din siya kung sakaling pumasok pa rin ako. So, at 75 pesos, it's more rewarding kung yun yung TP ko. So, posible akong kumita ng around 18% sa 75 pesos at posible akong malugi ng 5.32% sa around 60 pesos. So, yun yung kay JGS. And then, next is, sa advances na tayo. Yung mga at least 25 million siguro. SMBPI, SMPH, tapos na. Metrobank, I think Metrobank, tapos, hindi, SECB yun. So, it's Metrobank and AGI. 50 million lang. Metrobank, yeah, sabi ko nga, I'm not into banks. Sorry, I'm not talaga into banks. But, yeah, siguro kung medyo longer term holder ka, you start siguro accumulating by the third quarter. After the release of the third quarter, siguro naman medyo na siya, pipick up na. But sa ngayon, no. Personally, for me, it's a no trade zone for banks. But as you can see, meron siya actually crossovers at this area. And aside from that, meron kang big to small. Check natin, ha? Yun, meron kang big to small. Big to small, and it's going down. It's going down. Yeah, it's going down. Palahan natin, it's, yun. So, that's actually a bullish. Bullish divergence. So, I'll go long. So, of course, entry level ko at this area. And TP ko dito. TP ko around the 43 area. And then, stop loss ko. Then, medyo mas mababa lang dito. So, that's actually a possible risk reward na 6.1. Oh, ang attractive pala niya. So, posible akong kumita ng 25.95% kapag na-hit yung TP area ko at around this 43 area at posible naman akong malugi ng 4.26% kapag na-stop out ako around the 32 pesos area. So actually, pwede rin TP1 to, TP1 and TP2. So kahit dito sa TP1 and then pwede kang magkaroon ng another TP here, it's still attractive sa 40 pesos na TP area kasi ang risk-reward ratio is still at 3.68. Medyo attractive pa din siya. So, yun. Posible lang akong kumita ng 15.69% sa 40 pesos. And same pa rin yung stop same pa rin na 4.26 yung posible kong ikalugi sa 33 pesos stop loss area ko. So, I think that's it for Metro Bank. So, it's a buy for me. So, kung sakaling bibili ako ng banks, ha? And then, SECB tapos na. And then, AGI. Let's see. Yung ano lang, ha? 50 million up lang. So, AGI. Yung last. AGI sa mga advances. So, let's see. Tingnan ko kung merong wala siyang divergence, pero nagkaroon kasi siya ng crossovers here. So, on that note, medyo more on sa bullish ako. So, posibleng resistance at this area. So, tingnan natin kung, yan, area na yun, tinitignan ko na possible na, check na natin, yan, itong kanyang support area. Nagkaroon na siya ng crossovers dyan. So, on that note, syempre, yun yung titingnan ko din na support area. This area. And then, of course, yung TP area ko, this area. Bago siya dito. So, let's see kung attractive yung risk-reward neto. At this level, 6.04. Kung papasok ako ngayon. Kung mag-stock market ulit ako. I mean, sa PSE. So, that's actually a 2.72 na risk-reward ratio. So, it's still attractive. So, posible ko siyang pasukin kung sakali mang mag-trade ulit ako sa PSE. That's actually a possible kita na 25.54%. Kapag na-hit yung TP area ko, around 7.62 at posible naman akong malugi ng 9.39% kapag na-stop out ako around 5.50 pesos. Entry level ko around 6.04. So, I think that's it for AGI. And then, yeah, 50 million up lang ang titingnan natin. So, after nito, Shell and FGEN. So, anong nangyari kay Shell? Yeah, I think it's expected naman na yung mga transportation or travel related stocks na hindi ganun kaganda. Kasi nga wala pa masyadong travel. So, I'm just checking kung meron big to small. Wala naman. Or hindi ko lang makita. Wait, check natin ha. Medyo kasi. So, wala naman. Ito, it's forming pa lang kasi. So, walang big to small or ito actually big to small. So, check natin kung tumataas yung price dito. Big to small, ano pa din pababa din yung price. So, walang divergence. Next is yung crossovers at support. Actually, nag-cross siya pababa pa, Nag-cross siya pababa, Tingnan nyo, nag-cross na nga siya dito umakyat, and then, nag-cross ulit siya pababa. So, that's actually a possible na pababa ulit. So, tingnan natin kung mag-hold dito sa support area na to. Or, I think dito muna siya pala. Dyan. So, tingnan natin kung mag-hold dyan. So, on that note, medyo bearish ako. And aside from that is, merong gap down. But then again, it's yan na palang pinaka-low, in fairness. 52-week low, the 16.30, and then my gap down. Let me think. Wait, check natin yung Hikinashi kung ano. That's actually more bearish sign. So, dahil dyan, of course, tingin ko is much better na. Wait, nalobat ako. Lobat na Ayan. So, dahil dyan is, siguro antayin ko muna yung antayin ko pa yung upside, or actually travel related. I'm not into travel din pala. So, yeah. But what I can share is that antayin ko muna na at least mag-slow down siya, kasi medyo medyo malakas yung selling pressure. So, and nasa 52-week tayo. So, antayin ko muna siya na magkaroon ng bagong support, or kung mag-hold tong support na to, or confirmation for it to move higher. So, yeah, I think that's it for muna. For me, tingin ko it's still trade zone muna sa akin. I will wait for the bagong support. Bagong support talaga ina-expect ko, or at least a confirmation na 16.30 is already the support. Kasi bagong low yan Anyway, check natin yung kasi ang pangit din ng nito long-term chart, pababa talaga siya. Kasi alam ko mataas yung IPO neto. Di ba? Kumusta naman? Pag ganito kasi, nag-average ako, pero nag-average ako kapag yung isang stock is at least umakyat. Like for example, what I did sa Bitcoin, di ba? So, nag-average or nag-start akong mag-average or bumili October 14, 2016. So, from there, nag-iipon-ipon na ako So, pangit kasi kapag nag-average ka ng pababa. Kasi, mas lumalaki pa yung lugi mo dito. So, yun. So, no trade zone for me for SHLPH. Antayin ko muna na magkaroon siya ng bagong support, kung magkakaroon siya ng bagong support. Ang kulit ko lang. So, of course, magkakaroon siya dyan. Ang tanong lang is kailan. So, FGEN. Sorry, no trade zone. And then FGEN. So, let's see naman tong FGEN. It will be the last. FGEN. Nasa pala ako? Monthly. Palitan ko lang siya ng daily. Ayun, Nagkaroon siya ng wait. Tinitingnan ko. Ano ba yun? Sorry. Medyo mabagal. Wait. Tingnan natin yung trend na to. Actually, sa baba pa din siya, oh. Bumaba na nga siya. So, at saka nag-cross siya pababa. So, I'm more on a bearish. So, since nag-cross siya pababa, parang bagal ng PC ko. Oh, bagal ng laptop man ba yun? Or mabagal yung internet. Ang kulit lang yan. Anyway, sa ano ba to? Sa FGEN, since nag-cross siya pababa, antayin ko muna of course yung support area. Big to small, pababa, convergence. So, aantayin ko muna siya na magkaroon ng support. So, check natin yung support na tinitignan ko. Actually, yung support na tinitignan ko, this area, oh, to fill the gap. And then, of course, yung TP ko pa rin this area. So, on that note, yeah, mag-aantay muna ako. And it's a no trade zone for me. Pababa pa siya, eh. Antayin natin siya na mag-crossover pataas. So, I think, there you go, guys. Mahalagang paalala, in trading and investing, it always involves risk. So, always do your own research and all trade with caution. Thanks, guys.